Welcome to the Roger Report Live on the entertainment side, and I am here. I have watched the movie The Life of Chuck, a very interesting film, very entertaining, a different kind of film. I'm going to say, y'all, it's a feel good type of movie because you just feel good watching this particular film. You didn't quite know where it was going, you didn't know where the end was going to be. Uh, you just kind of you just went with the flow. I guess you just went with the flow. The Life of Chuck was a truly interesting movie, though. What about? Your guess is as good as mine because it is about the life of Chuck, as it says in the title. But it does get you guessing and thinking the whole time. And Chuck was a very interesting character. And we got 39 great years of Chuck's life, y'all. 39 great years. This is a this movie tells the story of Chuck. And Chuck is, I mean, of course, a guy named Charles, but he lives this great life as Charles Krantz. Friends call him Chuck. And you know, it was, I'm gonna say, number one, it was nice to see Mark Hamill in the film. That of course, very famous for playing the role of Luke Skywalker. Nice to see him, who was playing Chuck's granddad, Albie Krantz. And Charles Krantz was an accountant. Okay. He wasn't necessarily a special guy. They made just an ordinary man somehow seem extraordinary. And there is a theory that he is connected to the fabric of the universe itself, which I am not going to debate and say it isn't true. It could be true. It might be true. I don't know. Very interesting take on the situation, but we see how Chuck becomes this interesting young man, as life goes on. We see Chuck as an adult, but we also see how Chuck grew up as a child. Chuck lived an interesting life. Chuck, you know, his first crush on a girl. Okay, Chuck chose to become what was it, a dancer and spinner. You could have picked different after school activities. He wanted to become a dancer and spinner. I think it was called twirlers and spinners, something like that. But he got into the dance club where, of course, he met some interesting young ladies. And Chuck, knew how to pick up a groove. And Chuck was already well trained by his grandmother, who kind of got him interested into dancing. So Chuck lived this magical life where you really kind of see. And I think the message in this particular film is to truly enjoy life because you just don't know where it's going to go. And the beauty of life is the fact that it's going to end. I think that was kind of what the message was saying in this particular movie. The beauty of life is the fact that at some point in time it is going to come to an end. And life for all of us may come to an end. And has Chuck, you know, kind of let people know that well, I mean, based on what you were seeing about his particular life, it seemed like maybe, just maybe, the universe itself was getting ready to come to its end. Now, that may be what was going on. That may not be what was going on. But strange things were happening in this particular film, y'all. Strange things, very strange things, was happening in this particular film. And I'm going to say the film was made beautifully. You really got into who Chuck was. You felt attached to Chuck. You wanted to understand Chuck right from the beginning. There was not enough that they could actually tell you about Chuck. The way they set this movie up, it was such a beautiful thing where the story just kept pulling you in and in and in. And the more they told you, the more you were interested. The more they told you, the more you were trying to figure out, just who this particular man was. So I got to say, y'all, they did a fantastic job in this particular film. And it showed you how one man could touch many lives and how many people can touch one man's life. So they did a fantastic job. Now, I was surprised at it because it happened to be a movie that Stephen King was involved in. and he's known for doing horror movies. Movie was listed as more of a fantasy movie. I could kind of see where just maybe there was a message, some kind of horror to it, if you look deep and hard enough and try to figure it out. But this was really about Chuck embracing the fact that he has a whole universe in his mind, and everyone else would have that whole universe in their mind, just slightly different based on your life experiences. But it is saying, get out there, enjoy life, and y'all, it's hard to put it in a truly descriptive way, but the film just made you like it. I'm just got to say that. Do I recommend people see it? Absolutely. I don't know how you don't like this particular film, and it's hard to even explain why you would even like it so much. It was so well put together. So very interesting. Now, as far as fantasies go, I've also seen The Electric State this year and How to Train Your Dragon, and I'm gonna have to put this somewhere. And believe it or not, also somewhat shocking to myself. I gotta say, I'm gonna put this at the top of fantasy movies that I've had this year. Almost surprising to myself that this movie could be this good, where you just want to know about the life of this young man and want to see how it unfolds, which you get a good picture of. So, definitely an enjoyable film. I definitely recommend everyone go see this film. I don't know how you don't enjoy the film, and that's being as real as I can get. I just don't even know how you don't enjoy the film, because it takes you on a roller coaster ride that you just don't see coming. So very well put together. And that's it for me on this particular one. Now, if you like these type of videos and you are interested in this type of content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It'll be things dropping daily on here. So be on the lookout for me. I'm Roger. I'm right. And I'm out.